One day, my sister went for a peaceful picnic at the park, looking forward to a relaxing afternoon. Little did she know, her twin and I snuck up right next to her tree, carrying a giant mirror to perfectly camouflage ourselves behind it. While she was taking a nap, my twin used a long stick to gently poke her nose and face. She stirred a bit but didn't wake up yet. That's when I upgraded our tools, using a sort of white cream to pretend a bird had just pooped right on her head. She finally woke up, highly annoyed, while we instantly hid behind our mirror illusion, desperate to stop the birds. She put on a large hat to protect herself, but my twin cleverly snuck over, slightly lifted the edge of the hat, and sprayed more fake poop directly onto her. Completely frustrated, she jumped up, turned around, and looked straight into our giant mirror. Terrified and confused by the sudden reflection out of nowhere, she panicked and sprinted away from the scene. With the coast clear, my twin and I just grabbed her entire setup of picnic food and walked away. What a massive surprise. Give her a like to comfort her after losing her lunch. I decided to pull a terrifying kitchen jump scare on my girlfriend while pretending to prepare a nice meal for her. I took a creepy Halloween mask, stuffed it to look like a realistic severed head, and placed it right inside a large cooking pot. To make it look incredibly realistic, I generated some fake smoke inside the pot and quickly covered it with the lid so it looked piping hot. Then, I casually called her into the kitchen, telling her that the soup was ready and she should come scoop it up. She walked in completely unsuspecting, looking around for a soup spoon, but that's when the ultimate surprise hit. The exact second she lifted the lid, she saw the terrifying face staring back at her through the smoke. Like and subscribe to show her some support after that absolute heart attack. The moment I tried to wake my sister up with a giant bell, my dad rushed in to save her and stopped me. To get him on my side, I handed him a cigarette pack as a bribe, but he claimed he already had enough until I opened the lid to show it was stuffed full of cash. Instantly changing his mind, my dad grabbed the bell and started ringing it to wake her up himself. When my mom and sister realized what was happening, they stormed in to argue with us, but I was prepared. I handed my mother a container full of money too, and she immediately joined my side. My mom then tied my sister up and hilariously pranked her with a giant bell. After a while, my sister tried to go back to sleep, but our parents were already hiding, waiting for her, dragging her straight out by her feet, and she finally tried to come back for the ultimate revenge. You won't believe what happened. Like and subscribe if you love your family too. I came up with a genius prank by splashing a couple of cups of water right onto my twin sister's pants while she was fast asleep. After setting the trap, I climbed back into bed and pretended to sleep right next to her. A few minutes later, she felt something strange, woke up, and realized her pants and the mattress were completely soaked. Terrified of the embarrassment, she quickly covered everything up with a blanket just as I pretended to wake up. I asked her why she was acting so weird and demanded to see what she was hiding. The moment I pulled the blanket back, I exposed the massive wet spot. I immediately teased her, asking if she had been out drinking the night before and accidentally wet the bed. She got super defensive, arguing that she's an adult and there's no way she would lose control like that. But as the argument heated up, she noticed something wasn't right. The wet spot had absolutely no smell. Right then, I accidentally knocked over the empty cup I used for the prank. She looked down, spotted the evidence, and instantly realized she'd been framed. Drop a like to save her from the ultimate embarrassment. I decided to pull a hilarious fake plastic rock prank on my sister while she was fast asleep. Suddenly, my dad walked in and tried to stop me, but I quickly bribed him with a giant lollipop. He instantly let go of the rock, dropping it right onto my sister to blast her awake. Furious, my sister vowed to get revenge, grabbing the giant fake rock to smash it onto my foot while I was under the covers. But little did she know, it was actually my mom resting there. As my mom jumped up in pain, she grabbed a giant fake prop knife to hilariously chase her back. After the chaos settled and my sister tried to go back to sleep, I handed her a red pocket full of cash and asked her to help our parents make dumplings. She immediately dressed up like a professional chef ready to cook, but just as she started, the most unexpected thing happened. Drop a like and subscribe to save her. One day, my brother and I decided to pull the ultimate movie-style stunt prank on my sister in a parking lot. I told her I had to slide underneath the car for an emergency maintenance check. The moment she walked away to grab some tools from the trunk, we rushed to set up the trap. We took a pair of pants and shoes, stuffed them with towels to create a pair of hyper-realistic fake legs, and slid them under the chassis. When she came back, looking tired and stressed, I was already hiding on the other side of the vehicle while the fake legs stuck out, making it look like I was hard at work. I called out to her, asking for a pair of scissors, and the moment she handed them over, I blasted her with a hidden water gun from across the car. Though frustrated, she kept handing me different tools to get the job done. Finally, I shouted that the fix was complete and we were ready to go. That's when the real madness started. My brother started the engine, shifted into drive, and ran completely over the fake legs. My sister let out a blood-curdling scream and instantly burst into tears of pure horror. But right at that exact second, I tapped her on the shoulder, completely alive and smiling right behind her. Drop a like and subscribe to show her some major comfort.
One day, my twin sister and her boyfriend decided to pull a terrifying fake head prank on our sister. First, the boyfriend hid completely under the kitchen table, placing a whole watermelon on top and pulling a hoodie over it to perfectly replicate a fake head slumped on the counter. To set up the chaos, my twin grabbed a heavy hammer, pretending she was ready to smash his head in. Our sister walked in casually eating an apple, spotted the setup, and assumed the boyfriend was just passed out drunk. She tried to wake him up, putting her apple down on the table. When she saw my twin raising the hammer, she frantically tried to stop her. To intimidate her, my twin swung the hammer down and completely obliterated the apple instead, before placing a fresh one on the table. While our sister ran to the bathroom in a panic, my twin quickly inflated a balloon near the head to add to the tension. When our sister rushed back in to check on him, she was terrified but courageously tried to shield the boyfriend. My twin then smashed a bag of chips on the table to ramp up the fear, before doing the ultimate crazy move. She raised the hammer and violently smashed the watermelon to pieces. Our sister's reaction was absolutely mind-blowing.
He tried to prank my sister by balancing a glass cup on the handle of the garden glass door and placing her brand new iPad directly on the patio floor underneath it, so that the moment she opened the door from the yard, the cup would shatter right onto the screen. Locked outside, she looked through the glass door, spotted the trap, and screamed at him to stop. To add to the intense drama, I stepped in and cracked a raw egg right into the balanced cup, followed by spraying her expensive perfume straight inside. She completely panicked. Looking for any way inside, she spotted an open window on the side of the house, but I quickly slammed it shut right before she could climb through. To take the psychological warfare even further, I slowly began stacking her favorite lipsticks right on top of the iPad screen, right in front of her eyes. Begging him to open up from the garden, her panic hit a level 10 when he didn't hold back and poured beer directly into the cup on the handle. Then, I placed her brand new phone right on top of the pile. As the ultimate cherry on top, I grabbed a heavy hammer and started fake dropping it, stopping just inches away from the iPad and lipsticks to absolutely terrify her. She was completely furious. Her emotions toyed with every time the hammer stopped. But you won't believe what my sister did next. Drop a like to show her some major respect for her bravery. I decided to pull the ultimate wake-up nightmare on my twin sister by hiding alarm clocks absolutely everywhere in her bedroom. At first, she only noticed the one right next to her bed, but as soon as she turned it off, another one went off. She reached down to check her pants, only to find a third alarm buzzing right inside her pocket. At this point, she was already incredibly annoyed because this was her only rest day of the week. But when she turned around to lay back down, she saw a dozen more alarm clocks lined up right behind her pillow. She furiously knocked every single one of them down to shut them up. Just when she thought it was finally over and tried to rest, more alarms started blaring from the floor and her makeup table, completely surrounding her. Exhausted and losing her mind, she suddenly heard a loud buzzing coming from inside her dressing closet. She stormed over, shut them all down, and prayed for peace. But as she crawled back into bed, she felt a massive vibration underneath her, discovering a giant cluster of alarm clocks taped together right under her mattress. But you won't believe where I hid the absolute final one. Drop a like to finally give her some rest. I decided to pull a shocking fake injury prank on my twin sister using a realistic stretchable trick knife while we were preparing dinner together. As she was cooking, I started recklessly chopping a cucumber to grab her attention. Terrified I was going to hurt myself, my twin immediately stepped forward and offered to take over, pointing out that I didn't know what I was doing. I insisted on doing it myself and told her not to worry. That's when the trap was set. The trick knife expands to reveal a hidden hole for a hand to slip through, making it look like the blade is jammed straight through your arm. I lined it up, squeezed a hidden pouch of fake blood, and let out a blood-curdling scream. My twin completely panicked, rushing over in pure shock. She immediately tried using her own clothes to wrap my wound and stop the bleeding. To turn up the drama, I started acting dizzy from blood loss. She was so terrified that she literally tried to lift me up to carry me to the hospital. I weakly told her to just pull the knife out first. As the tension peaked, she slowly pulled the blade away, only to realize her hand was slipping right through a rubber hole. Her reaction said it all.